I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news. Live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Y'all know we're here to talk about this Friday night showdown between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. We in a tight game, 105-107 with 14.9 seconds left. We're going to see what happens. I know a lot of people are upset the way we performed in this fourth quarter in the hero shots by Giannis and Dame. It's the same song and dance when we lose these type of games or when we're in these type of games. It's the execution down the stretch. It's making the smart basketball plays. We make a lot of low IQ plays in that at the worst possible times, and we just got to learn from that. We have to figure out a way to play smart basketball. We have to figure out a way to not overhelp on defense and to understand that 3 points is worth more than 2 points. We got to figure it out. It's just the common sense stuff. Like, Giannis, why are you shooting a three at this time against this team? Like, why? Dang, why are you taking a step back three? You see Brook is getting killed in a pick and roll. Do something about it. Maybe go to zone. We just got to execute better in these type of games, y'all. Clearly, we know we can beat this team. It was nice to see it, and salute to Khris Middleton coming back as well. It was good to see him come back. He looked good coming back, so I'm happy to see Khris coming back. He looked good. He looked energetic. He just looked like he ran out of gas. Obviously, he hasn't played in a while, so that's to be understood. But what can't be understood is that we had four people now in double figures with Middleton and with 11 and Gary Trent with 11. That's not going to be enough to beat a quality team like the Boston Celtics. We need more help from the others. We also were affected greatly, I feel like, by Taurean Prince not being available. I think that hurt us a lot too, as far as our depth and his 3-point shooting. I think that hurt us a lot. I also think the officiating was absolutely atrocious tonight. I think that Dame had multiple and ones and 3-pointers that should have been fouls or called on the floor. I think that was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, when are you going to see Dame shoot? Well, let's get to these numbers. Salute the Bucks Nation. Salute the friends and family. We had this game, y'all. We had this game. It hurt us. Taurean Prince only played. And you know what's crazy? We did all right in the third quarter. That's when I thought we was good. But then we get outscored by 10 in the fourth. You only get production from your stars. Giannis with 13 to 25 for 30 points, 11 rebounds, only 1 assist. But on the positive end, only 1 turnover. Brook Lopez played almost 40 minutes and gave us absolutely nothing. 5 rebounds and 5 points. We need athletic. We need to figure out what we got with Tyler Smith, because in certain situations, as you can see down the stretch in this game, Brook Lopez is unplayable. He's unplayable. They were hunting Brook Lopez like they were trying to hunt Dame at the beginning of the game. They were hunting Brook Lopez down the stretch, and we can't do anything about it because you put Bobby in. That's even worse. We have to figure out what we got at Tyler Smith, Bucks Nation. We have to figure out if he's got anything, because if he has any type of athleticism, it would be a plus. If he can just slide and move his feet, teams are going to continue to do this to us, friends and family. We got to have real conversations. Brook Lopez playing down the stretch, going against quality teams is a problem because they're going to put him in the pick and roll. He can't move his feet. We it's imperative to see if Tyler Smith can give us anything. Anything will be better than some of what we're seeing from Bobby and Brook down the stretch as far as on the defensive end. We got to figure that out. We got to figure that out. Again, Taurean Prince was sick, they said, so he only played 9 minutes, no points. Giannis 13 to 25, 0 for 1. That 1 3-pointer was a bad 3-pointer. 4-6 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds. Like I said, only 1 assist. 30 points, -4. Brook gave us 5. Dame 12 of 25, only 4 of 12 from 3. 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Should have shot many more free throws. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, only 1 turnover, 31 points. Andre Jackson Jr. gave us 2 points. Bobby Portis, I know y'all gonna look at the rebounds. The rebounding is cool, but yet again, Bobby Portis performing under expectations against a quality team. I'm gonna keep harping on that. Bobby doesn't go off on quality teams. You can talk about the rebounding, but it's not about the rebounding with Bobby that we need him for. We need him there, obviously, for some rebounding, but we need Bobby for his scoring. And his scoring always dips against quality opponents. I want that to be duly noted amongst friends and family. It's always like that. Khris Middleton was only 2 of 10, 1 of 3, 6 of 6, 5 assists, 11 points. Gary Trent Jr. I thought played well. Had 11 points. AJ Green played 23 minutes, was only 2 of 4. Yeah, I feel you, Daniel Carter. I feel you. I'm gonna get to your super chat in a minute, and that I'm on your. I'm yeah, bro. This was a tough one because this was another winnable game. Another winnable game. We didn't shoot that well from the field, 42%, 37% from the three-point line, which isn't bad, but only making 11, 14 to 17. We got cheated on the free throws. Let's just keep it real. We got cheated. On the positive note, let's be positive too, y'all. We only had 9 turnovers this game. We did protect the ball, and I thought we played with a lot of energy and heart. We just didn't execute down the stretch trying to play hero ball. That's just what it is. Jayson Tatum, 12 of 24, 10. He had 34. Drew Holiday had 20. Derrick White had 6, so he didn't do too much. Jaylen Brown, 25. Sam Hauser, 16. I mean, when you got people scoring double figures like that, to that extent, it's going to be hard to beat when we have just Dame and Giannis scoring. It has to be more than Dame and Giannis. And hopefully with Khris back and getting his sea legs back, that he'll be able to assist. But it can't just be Dame and Giannis. We can get mad at Dame and Giannis for all y'all want about them, that those back-to-back threes. Who else was gonna do something? Who else was gonna do something? Let's be real. Who else was gonna do something? I mean, this was a game where our stars tried to carry us and they just couldn't do it. Along with the officiating. The officiating in this game was absolutely one-sided and terrible. We should have shot at least 25 to 30 free throws in this game. They weren't giving us any call. Dame might as well. He has to bleed before he gets a call for real. Like, it's just getting ridiculous. But I'm not going to make that an excuse. The excuse is us not executing down the stretch and us having too many people that are inept defensively in where they can be targeted. And that's the thing. Like, Brook targeted. Dame was targeted. But Brook, they was treating Brook. Brook gave us nothing tonight. And these are the things that people talk about in the chat where they get frustrated with Brook. When Brook plays these type of small ball teams, he's almost useless. And he's almost like helping them. He's almost like a ringer because they go in, they go ahead and they just target him. They put him in the pick and roll left and right. We have to try to see what's up with this youth. Doc, you got it. You were doing well. You've been playing some of the other young guys. Look for the size. Bobby and Brook can only be played in limited minutes. Bobby stops any type of momentum moving the ball that you had on offense. Brook can't move his feet defensively. These things need to be addressed, or their minutes need to be regulated, and we need to find somebody that can fill that void. And I'm thinking, I mean, how bad can Tyler Smith be? Doc Rivers, Glenn Rivers. How bad can Tyler Smith be? He's young and he got at least some speed and can move his feet. Let that be enough. We have to have a big man that can move besides Giannis. It's hurting us against some of these teams. It's hurting us. I don't want to hear nothing about no Dame and Giannis slander today because without them we'd have got blown out tonight. So we not gonna give no Dame and Giannis slander tonight. They both dropped 30 balls again. 30 ball. Drew Holiday, Garden Dame, it don't matter. 30 ball. 30 ball. We had the others needed to step up, and I'm tired of seeing the others shrink up in the bigger games. It can't just be a superstar. The others have to kick in. That's what happened with the Celtics. The others kicked in. This dude, Sam Hauser, 16 points. That's contributing. That's helping a great deal. Drew Holiday dropping 20. That's helping a great deal. If it was just Tatum and Brown hooping, we would have won. But they had a team effort. We got to have our players stepping up in these big games. I'm tired of us losing always against good teams, man. We got to find a way to get over the hump and start beating quality teams. Tired of it. Always so close, but yet so far. We got to start beating quality teams. We can't just get close and be happy with getting close. We got to start beating quality teams. Tired of this. This ain't no moral victory either. No moral victory. We had this game. We could have won. We didn't execute down the stretch. Hero ball, stupid defense, the same things. When you're going, just like I said for the Packers, when you're going against elite competition, you have to be flawless. You can't make mistakes. You got to be locked in for 48 minutes, not 44. 48 minutes. That's why the Celtics are so good. They're locked in 48 minutes and stick to their game plan. They stick to their game plan. Please hit the like button. Appreciate y'all. We shouldn't have lost this one either. I'm going to open up the lines in a minute, y'all. Let me shout out everybody in here. This was a tough one. What up, Milwaukee Ray? Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Patricia P, one of the queens of the chat in the building. Shout out to Foreign Lynn, one of the queens of the chat in the building. Salute, salute. Jay Stizzle, what's good? Chris B, my homie from Ohio, what's good? Sadowski, Dre West, one of the more distinguished members of the chat. What up, Dre West? Eliza, I know this was a tough one. Shout out to Eliza, one of the OGs, queens of the chat. Boy, mommy times two. What up, man? How you doing? Eli Harris, what's good? Gibson Nicholas, salute to the Bahamas. Mr. Bahamas, what's good? I'm mad we lost this game. Rigo, what's good? It's the execution. When you play quality teams, you have to execute, especially in the fourth quarter. Same thing with the Packers. We lost against the Lions because we didn't execute. Damn, man. Ace Dragon, what's good? The homie Dark Kent in the building, what's good? Damn, we shouldn't have lost. Daniel Carter, what's good, bro? I'm going to get your super chat in a minute. Mr. Washington, what's good? Hey, what up, Tito? Humilidon, what up to Puerto Rico, bro? What's good? Simeon Carter, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Greg Delaney in the building. Nick Loden, what's good? I ain't seen you in a minute. No Strays ENT, I know you're going to poke your chest out. What's good? Our favorite op, Jonathan Porter. What's good, bro? Appreciate you. Delton Clay, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. This was a lot. This was a lot tonight. Damn, we had this game. Mia Kim, what's good? How you doing, man? Pablo, what's good? I ain't seen you in Pronte. What's good, bro? Salute, salute. TJ, I know you gonna talk crazy. What's good? Shout out to the refs, though. Let's not forget about the officiating. That made a difference. Let's be real. That definitely made a difference. Absolutely ridiculous. Damn, we should have beat these dudes. And now we got to hold this L until the playoffs. Joyful Noise, what's good? Ridiculous. Jazz Upper, Marcus Little, what up, family? Bucks Nation, friends and family, salute, salute. Let's get this started. Start tapping people in. Kenny Mack, I ain't seeing you in a minute. Salute. Pass, what's good, brother? What's good? Bleacher Report boss, what's good? Daniel Joseph, all the friends and family are in the building. Let's chop it up. Emerson, what's good? Scales, what's good? John Hassel, LG, the whole family up in here. Appreciate y'all. Oh, my homie, Mr. 414. Now I don't want to forget about Mr. 414. What's good, bro? Jeff Riley, what's good? Just put the link in the chat. But tap in the homie Pass. Let's chop it up, Pass. You ready? Give me a second, bro. All right, hold on. Let me tap everybody in here. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me tap everybody in order here. Hold on one second, y'all. What up? What up? What up?
What's happening? What's happening?
What
What's
up?
going
What
on,
up? What
chat? What's
up?
going on?
What's up?
What up? What up? Let me just tap everybody in here first. There's a lot of people trying to get in. Just give me 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all. Salute. Hey, what up, friends and family? I know this was a tough one. We got some pros to talk about and some cons to talk about. Let me introduce everyone. To the top right, we got the homie Pass out of Jersey. Bottom left, y'all know Dr. Smith out of New Orleans. And then you know Wisconsin's very own at the bottom right, the Bleacher Report boss, the VP in the building. Let's chop it up. Let's start with Pass, and then let's spin the block with everybody else.
All right, I'm gonna give some positives first
All
because
right.
there were a good amount of them actually this game.
All right.
First one, Chris looks pretty good, all
Yep.
things considered. His defense was the main concern, and he looked fine to me. I is it where you want it to be? I don't know, but it wasn't terrible. Where this team is at this point, that's probably the best we'll get. Now, number 9.
I already know where this is gonna go. Yeah.
Congrats, you got a lot of rebounds. You didn't do anything else.
But
What do
we
you
have to
do
start
for this
talking about
team?
the elephant in the room. Bobby Portis doesn't show up against good teams, bro.
What do you do for this team? Tell me. What do you actually do for this team?
The frustration, because we had this game. This was a winnable game. We weren't outmatched. This was a winnable game. The reason you lose against good teams is because they execute and you don't. It comes down to execution down the stretch. This game was decided in the fourth quarter. Period. This game, you could everything else happen. It happened. Fourth quarter, if we execute for the fourth quarter, we win this game. We didn't. We lost.
Yeah, we were doing well for most of these quarters. First quarter, we were down by what, like one possession. Second quarter, we were up by a good amount. We were up by 2 possessions. Fourth quarter, third quarter, same thing. We were up by 4 points. All came
Right.
down to the fourth. Last 5 minutes, I think they were 2 of 12 or 1 of 12, something like that. Terrible from offense.
I agree.
And also, why did Giannis take that shot? Why did you take a 3?
Because he's not clutch. You're not gonna want to hear what I say. So I might want to just cancel me out now. I'm just saying. I love all of y'all, but I'm going to give.
All right, I'm gonna give. I'm gonna try to keep it more positive because I know what Dr. Smith has to say just off of that. I'll try to play a little bit more positive side. AJ Green, I think he's meant for clutch moments. He's meant for games like this. Because he silenced that crowd.
I agree with that.
He silenced
got
that. He silenced that crowd.
Right.
That's hard to do. Boston's crowd of all teams, that's a hard crowd to silence.
Agreed.
Dame looks great. I don't think we have to worry about Dame. Dame's offense was like torching them pretty much. It's more so defensively they were just trying to get him on,
right?
Because he's the smallest guy on the court. We didn't do the same thing with Pritchard. We should have done that.
Hold on 1 second. I forgot these super chats. Hold on 1 second, Pass, and we'll go to Dr. Smith and then go to VP. VP looks sad. Dale Carter, appreciate the 199 super chat. 1-8 against good teams. I'm tired of it. Yeah, we have to talk about that. That has to be discussed. Dr. Smith, appreciate the 199 super chat. Need that link. You always got that link, sir. You always gonna get that link. Appreciate you, Dr. Smith. Dale Carter with the 199 super chat. We always losing to these dudes, and I'm tired of it. We all tired, man. But at the end of the day, it comes down to execution, bro. We don't execute in the clutch. You can't beat good teams without executing down the stretch. Period.
Okay.
It's just what it is.
What else was there that I saw? Right here. Here we go. Another thing that's actually good for us is that I don't think DeLon played.
No, he didn't. No.
Oh, he did? Damn it.
No, he didn't play. He got a GMP.
All right, good. That's another positive there. There you go. One of them didn't play. We had two DMPs that we wanted a DMP for. The third one's still here.
Right. We
I
got
don't
to
know.
see what's up with Tyler Smith. I'm tired of this now. He's a big body. Let's see what he can do. Like what's the worst case?
I
What's
had
the
to
worst
start
case scenario?
I
Jeez.
have to start watching Herd games just to see what he's doing now because I have no way else to know.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna play him here, so I gotta watch Herd games now. I was watching highlights of AJ Green on there. I mean, yeah, he's been solid. I mean, not AJ Green, AJ Johnson. He's been getting a lot better as of
No,
late.
I agree. I
They're
saw
not.
that Scales. Yeah, that's crazy that Bobby Porter's got more assists than Giannis is crazy.
That's another thing. When this team is at their best, when the ball is moving.
Correct.
Something I don't think Giannis was in that phase where he should have done. Giannis was good individually, but he wasn't good as a team.
Right.
If that makes sense. He's playing well for for like normally, but he wasn't playing how you want to play to win.
Right. I agree. We just didn't do enough in the fourth. This game comes down to the fourth. It was some calls that didn't go our way, but it was bad shots. It was things that we didn't do well and execute down the stretch that cost us this game.
Yeah, ending was pretty bad. How many total assists did we have this whole game? Like 16?
16 total assists is crazy. And
That's it.
I'm usually we are at best around 30. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the homie Maurice here in the building. Maurice spin the block with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the $10. More good than bad to take from tonight, especially the fact that Middleton was moving better than he has in 4 years. Diving on the floor for loose balls, pause, is a clear sign he's healthy and trusts his body. Facts. Great point, Maurice. They're all positive. They're definitely positive.
I'm gonna say one more thing because I don't think this matters as much as people think. But I don't understand how these refs count these play on calls. Some of the shots that Dame got and that Khris got were the exact same thing. Khris got it
all year
and then
long,
Dame
man.
doesn't get it. I was curious because someone posted this also on Twitter. Different player. It was Cade. Same exact play gets a continuation. No, Dame don't get it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We can't have Dame drop 50 on Celtics. No, we can't have that.
We can't have that. Right. We can't have that. Right. We gotta keep narratives going. Yeah, that was crazy. Let's pass the mic to Dr. Smith. How you feel about everything tonight?
All right. So there's a lot of there's good, there's bad. I mean, I guess when I get out like the microscope and I start looking through every play and whatnot, there's a lot of good and bad that you can pull out of this. The Khris Middleton point is very good because I thought he looked good. And he gave us what we've been missing. First and foremost, I'm going to be a man. No strays.
Right.
TJ, else the Boston Celtics fans, congratulations.
Right, exactly. Facts.
You have the better team. You swept us this year. Even when Khris came back, I'll put it all out because the Celtics were still missing one of their key players in Kristaps. I don't know how we beat. I truly don't know how we beat them when they're at full strength. I don't think that the gap is enormous, but there is still a gap, and part of that gap is because our player is not clutch. He's not. And y'all can get mad at me if you like. I love you all. I'm not going to take it personally. This looked very similar to when we were playing Miami in the playoffs, and it came down to close moments, this little small margin of error moments, and Giannis just blanked. You haven't shot, how many threes has he shot this year?
Not a lot.
And you picked that moment to shoot a three?
Yeah.
He wanted to be the hero. Look, cut to it. Just say what it is, Dr. Smith. He wanted to be the hero.
He just wasn't thinking at all. Like
he wanted to be the hero.
You know what I think it is?
On the court, you got Khris on the court. I believe you had Gary Trent on the court. The court was based around in the way that we build the Bucks, which is 3-point shooters around you, and you decide that you want to shoot the three. Hero, and you were tired, right? Because when people fall into that three is when, right? Not only that, but that terrible pass at the very end. It starts at the top. Because there are other players that I could point at. Taurean Prince, I saw someone in the chat say, why wasn't Taurean Prince in the second half? Because he was terrible when he was in there and scared of the moment and shook. And the only person who looked more shook than him was Ajax, missing balls right to him, can't catch the ball. We cannot afford to have scared guys playing like little boys against grown men. It's almost the exact same thing as when the Packers played the Lions, man.
What was I just saying? It's a mirror. It's exactly what happened. We were in the game, we had the game, but we couldn't execute when it mattered most.
Finishing quality, finishing class.
Oh, that's a great quote. I like that.
The touch at the very end, the ability to put the cherry on the cake and finish. How many games now? Because we've been leading Boston in, I think, each of these games, and Boston would just jog by us in the very end.
Right.
They've done all Kristaps Porzingis. So, yeah, they get to do all the victory laps that they want. The Gilbert Arenases get to do all of the victory laps that they want. Giannis is still my favorite player. I still think that he's the best player in the game. But this week that he has, he's not gotten any better. The last time that we saw him in a clutch moment was not last year because he wasn't even available for the playoffs last year. It was the year against Miami, and he choked. And he choked again. In this moment, when the crowd was screaming Jayson Tatum, MVP, MVP, it went to his head, and you choked. Do I think that he's a terrible player? Do I think that he's going to be better than this? Absolutely, I do. But in this moment, you got to wear it in all its glory.
I agree.
You choked, bro, and you let your team down. A 3?
Yeah, that happened in with the $2 super chat. The NBA's rigged. I'm sick and tired of this. Damn. Okay, Guadalajara. I know why you would feel like that, though. I feel you. Daniel Carter, appreciate you spinning the block again with the 199 super chat. We need to start questioning Giannis's leadership.
No, we don't.
Oh, that's gonna be a touchy one, bro. That's a touchy one.
That's a bridge too far for me. That's a bridge too far for me. But I do think that you gotta. I think that's one step too far. But I do think you need to question his ability to process in these moments. I definitely, for sure, think you can question that. His leadership, not at all. This is the first dude on the ground for the balls. He leads by example. He's a frontline leader. I couldn't ask for a better leader because that's the kind of guys that I want. But his finishing quality and touch, that MVP touch, yeah, no. You don't have that right now. And until you show me that you do, we got to wear it. And I'm not being real if I don't call it. Because he's my favorite player. You got to be able to call out your favorite player.
Right.
You got to be able to brothers. Somebody got to be talking to him right now in the locker room. Because, yes, he scored over 30. Doesn't mean that you didn't blow it. Of course you could point at other guys. But Taurean Prince, I'm not even looking at him right now because I definitely expected more from him. That he wimped out exactly like you said, that he shrunk in this game is disappointing. I don't really have much for shrinkers. Giannis certainly didn't shrink like that. He just shrunk at the worst moment.
There we go. That's fair. Even Dame, that was a bad shot. The step back 3 was a bad shot by Dame. That was a bad shot.
It's a heat check shot.
Our 2 stars, let me say this, though. In their defense, no one else was doing anything. So they felt it was up to them. Let's give them a little slack. No, Giannis shouldn't be shooting 3s. But if we're looking at the team, right, and we're looking at scoring, Giannis 30, Dame 31, Middleton 11, and Gary Trent 11, who should they trust?
Absolutely, but I think there needs to be a play run, and look, if you get the company the best parking spot at the stadium, and you get all of the money in the world, and when they come in, anytime they're advertising Milwaukee, it's your face that they're advertising, then that's what comes with it. That's what comes with it, especially if I can point to a critical moment when you had the ball in your hands and you blew it. Absolutely, we need to talk about Ajax. Because that is troubling. Like I don't want to be vulgar, but Ajax looks like it's his first time with a woman.
Yeah, he looked like a damsel in distress. Hey, he was out there looking like a damsel in distress.
Yeah. No,
they're trying to clean it up for you.
Right. He didn't know what till he got invited home from the prom.
What do I do now?
That whole J. Cole song is Ajax right now. That whole song is Ajax.
And you can't be that. Ajax, brother, I believe that you can play. You are an accomplished basketball player. This ain't your first time in a big game moment. You were drafted from a big program. You can't be this shook. Come on, man. That's scared stuff. There ain't a shook person on that Boston team. Not one of them. Not one of them. And we have multiple guys who were shook tonight. You know who's not shook? AJ Green. So you want to talk about positives? AJ Green is a positive.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing shook about it. Whatever he lacks in ability is not in. He just goes in straight, I'm going to do my job mode. I don't care who came to watch me play. I don't care who's talking about me. I don't care that the announcing crew sat there and D-rolled Boston the entire time. That was getting on my nerves. I'm just gonna play my game. Ajax, you better figure it out, bro. Cause that stuff for
he
me
looked shook like dice, like they used to tell people back in the day. He looked shook like dice.
You're scared to come off the porch, then you can't be out here. Because the game is played in the street. If you're scared to come off the porch, then you can't be a part of this. And it's the same thing for Taurean Prince. You shoot all the threes and you want.
They said he was sick though, but they said he was sick. They said Taurean Prince had an illness.
No, he was sick before even. Before the thing came out, he was already sick on the injury report for that. And then it looked like, because what I saw from Taurean is he was passing open shots. The moment I saw that, I'm like, yeah, Bobby, he probably doesn't feel like it.
You too sick to shoot a three, then you shouldn't even suit it up. I don't know how I feel about that. That might be the Jair.
Dr. Smith tight tonight. He tight tonight. Go ahead.
Like, you shouldn't even suit it up. Like, I don't know if I go for that. Like, you can't shoot a three. You that sick, you fall over sick. Then how are you even standing up? Because there was a three that he had the ball. He's wide open. Here, let me give the ball to Bobby Portis, who the Milwaukee fan base has been cooking all year.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Portis, that was probably your best game, and it was still bad. So I don't know what to say about you right now. Your best game, and it was still bad.
No, I agree with you. Let me get the homies. 78 Sports TV, appreciate you, the living legend. Giannis and Dame assists were non-existent tonight. Green and Trent were ready for the ball. Bobby offense is booty juice right now. It's not just that. It's against the good teams. He just don't show up. He don't show up.
It's anytime it's one of these teams that we have a long history with. Boston, Heat,
Miami.
Yep. Even the Pacers now. This man just decides to act like an idiot and forgets what to do. Giannis honestly has that problem too sometimes, with the Celtics especially, and the Heat, honestly, sometimes.
Finishing touch. And until we prove that we have it, we got to wear it. I love my team. I think we can compete.
And here we go.
Here we go. Got it. He got it. He got it. All right, I gotta get to a couple of these super chats real quick, gentlemen. Stand by. Y'all know who coming in.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna do a round robin, and then I'm gonna get plenty of people in the green room, and then I'm gonna see if y'all can spin the block in a minute. But hold on a second, y'all. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat. Giannis 3-point attempt with a minute 30 left was the 10th turnover. His lack of awareness and lapses in IQ is the only thing holding him back. His patience in the post was a bright spot tonight. My man be spitting. That's all facts. That's what we've been saying. We're not calling like Giannis slow. We just saying he need to think a little bit. Open his eyes. Just focus. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man. No Strays ENT. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Our favorite op. Sub Bucks Nation. I know y'all think I came here to brag, but we all know I'm just a humble man. Let's start the night on a positive note by wishing Jayson Tatum's son, Giannis, a happy birthday.
No Strays, you got it.
You got it, bro. You got it.
I can't even be mad.
You can't even be mad, bro. You got it.
Be mad.
You got it. What up, Chessbox? It's Moose 414. What's good? Monalando, appreciate y'all tapping in. Let's get them likes up, y'all. That's for the free 99. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Bleacher Report boss, let's go to you. How you feeling?
And look on my face says it all.
Right, I know. That's why I want you to go ahead and get it in, bro.
Man, last 2 days, it just sucks being the Wisconsin fan right now, man. Just can't even get one win. Losing to top teams in both sports, just can't get it done.
Hey, Dre West, you was right. I was in denial. Dre West been saying it for a minute, and I've been fighting him tooth and nail on it. I got to come to the conclusion, and till further notice, the Bucks haven't beat no quality teams. We got to keep it a dollar. The Bucks have not beat quality teams or healthy teams. We
beat
have to
one.
show that we're able to be disciplined enough to beat a quality team. You know what I'm saying? 1 second, VP. I'm gonna get to you real second. Let me get my man super chat here. Daniel Carter, appreciate the 199 super chat. Bobby play like a drunk uncle at the cookout. Bobby just worried about Bobby, and that's the problem. Instead of worried about the team.
You saw that video.
Bobby needs to go. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with Bobby because he doesn't look for open shooters. He doesn't pass the ball. He always feel like he's gonna be open inside. You see Gary Trent. I mean, you see Gary Trent right behind him, wide open. How many times? And he don't pass.
Those are all IQ plays, though. That's what I be saying. We don't, as a team, if you as a collective unit, we don't have high IQ.
The Bucks gotta look in the mirror really hard. Like, look, like we having all these close games with these top teams, but we can't get over the hump. Like at this point, you're gonna have to get rid of Bobby.
But when we can't say we're gonna get rid of anybody right now because I don't know who we can get back. What we have to do is figure out how the coaching can manage some of these players' minutes and also manage some of our philosophies. Because I gotta keep it real. This coaching staff is an idiot on defense. Stop. Why are you packing the paint against teams that shoot the three? They hit like 8 threes in the first quarter because of this stupid defense we play. I would prefer we guard the three and give up all layups. And I'm dead serious.
They got better in the second quarter, third quarter, and I'm like, okay, good. And they kept doing it in the fourth. Like, what? Let them shoot the two. Let them get the two. Like, as long as they don't get the three, keep the game close. You guys, you get the 2 threes in a row, you got a 6-point swing right there.
Right.
It just on giving up those shots.
Right. Exactly. Back down, Bobby. Exactly, Eliza. Back down, Bobby.
That's that. No, I got this. No, you don't got nothing, man. You rebound. Yeah, it was nice, but you still didn't do anything. You still missing shots. It was just overall. Oh man, it's just overall. I'm just tired of losing like this to good teams like this. I'm tired of losing to this, man. It's tired.
Right.
I'm tired of good teams every day. We just can't even get a win. We get a win against a weak team. We are excited, but we just look back in our mind. We gotta go against Boston still. We gotta go against those top teams, and we not beating one of them yet. We just sit here and just it sucks.
It does.
It's like
because you want to believe in this team, but they got to show you that they believe in themselves by beating some quality opponents.
Exactly.
They got to beat some quality opponents.
That's how I'm feeling right now. I feel like I believe in this team, but they don't believe.
Hey, look what Monalando said. Appreciate the $2, Monalando. Shout out to Canada. We are bum bashing. The only good team we beat were the Rockets.
That was it, barely.
Even that game was kind of questionable.
Because Giannis stepped off bounds.
We'll have a chance, though. Here's the thing. We'll have a chance, right? The Boston Celtics is as far as beating best teams, right? And believe me, I'm not in the mood to give out any consolation prizes, right? But they are the champs, right? And so we did beat the Rockets, who are ranked in like the top 5, and I think we could have beat them worse than what we did beat them by. And we'll get an opportunity here in the very near future in this NBA Cup, and we'll get an opportunity to prove what we haven't consistently proven. I think that's a more accurate statement. Opportunity to consistently prove, right? But these mistakes that we make in the very end, these lapses of mental judgment, and hero ball.
Well, that's what it is.
Right? Which is a defect in character, that you lose that in the moment, in that critical moment. We need to drill some sets. So if Doc was telling the truth that we implement offense until we didn't want to implement any real sets or whatever until Khris is back. Well, Khris is back, and I will be watching.
Facts.
I will be to see if there's any plays, because Damian shooting haymaker, Hail Mary 3 fading away couldn't have been called. That couldn't have been the option. Giannis shooting a effing 3 in the very end for sure wasn't the play. Giannis having no execution on the pass, so I don't even want him passing the ball on inbounds moments, because I legit had flashbacks of him damn near passing the ball out of bounds because he knew they were coming to foul him when we were playing the Heat. Like
Game 5 Heat, yep.
He just flat out choked on chicken bones. He super choked.
I agree.
But what I don't think is going to happen is that this is going to be swept under the rug. I think it's going to sit people, and I think it'll make them better. I don't know if that's a consolation prize. I think we're back to this crap again, right? Where we're, the flight is bumpy. I love the way Khris looked. We'll have our opportunity. We'll have another shot at Atlanta or the Knicks.
Right.
We'll have Orlando. These are all teams that people are deriding right now. We'll have an opportunity.
I'm with you on that. Let's end with the VP, and then I'm gonna rotate some new people in here. Appreciate all y'all tapping in and all the great content as usual. Pass Dr. Smith VP. I know this is a sad. Hey, you got to go through something to get to something sometimes. So you got to go through these learning experiences to get better, is what I think. But go ahead, VP.
Yeah, the quote is, "You gotta go through hell to get to heaven." I know that's the quote. It's just right now. I hate it. It just sucks. I mean,
it's just one of those. We got to bounce back. But you know what? Even with the fans, Dr. Smith, I think this is gonna sit with us for a while. And like you said, maybe this would be the fire you need. Sometimes you need to hit rock bottom sometimes before you get to where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure, I'm super positive.
Right.
Most of the time. I don't think you're being real if you don't call it like it is.
Right.
Sometimes you got to be able to call it like it is on your favorite players. Giannis is my favorite player in basketball with the way that he carries himself. First one on the ground. I wish more leaders on. Actually, I don't wish more basketball teams had leaders like that.
It'd be way too competitive. Right.
Yeah. I love him as a leader, but it is what it is, right? And I think you can undo an entire game by one sequence of a game. And I think this is a great example of it. Because I really don't give a I was about to curse. I don't really care how much. Right? It was almost completely undone by that last couple of minutes. Now, I think he'll bounce back, and we'll see.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Appreciate y'all tapping in. Pass, appreciate you tapping in. Shout out to Jerk. Shout out to one of the more distinguished members of the chat, Dr. Smith, straight out of NO. Y'all already know the VP OG of the chat. Appreciate y'all tapping in. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Right, all right.
All right, y'all. Go. Let me tap the other team members in here. Let me tap in Pronte, CJ. Where's Gibson? What up, gentlemen? What up, gentlemen? At the top right. What up? At the top right, we got the homie Pronte. Y'all know Pronte. Bottom left, we got the homie CJ. I see the homie CJ get some hang time back there. I see you. All right, CJ. And we got Mr. Bahamas from the Bahamas, Gibson Nicholas. What's good? Let's start with Pronte.
Salute. Love and respect to the panel. Salute to Amber. Salute to CJ. We haven't seen you in a while.
Right. It's always good to see the homie CJ, bro. Right. Let's start Pronte, then we gonna spin the block. Go ahead, Pronte.
I'm not ate up by the loss. Y'all a little ate up by it. I'm not. I mean, you bringing Middleton back against the Celtics, you probably gonna lose. It didn't make sense. I'd rather him came back last game. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be rusty. There's some things you haven't done that you ain't gotten rid of the flow to do to beat a team like the Celtics on a comeback.
Right.
You know what I mean? The first day back. That's unrealistic. You know, so I'm not too torn up. I mean, and to think about it, in the fourth quarter, that was all execution. You know, you ain't never played with that lineup before the whole season. And that's all it was. But they still could have won a game. I mean, they took some bad shots. Damian and Giannis took bad shots. They played terrible.
Call it what it is. They was trying to both be the hero. They took turns trying to be the hero. Let's Let's not try to clean it up
They
for him.
basically did. They all, I think, and then I think they try to, they overused Middleton in a way. You know what I mean? They kind of was overusing them because they kept switching, trying to, and then they didn't get other people involved. So the reason why other people weren't involved was not because of the other people; it's actually because of Damian, Giannis, and Middleton.
You
know what I mean?
Hold on 1 second, Pronte. I forgot the homie Maurice super chat. 1 second. What up, Maurice? Appreciate you spinning the block with a $10 super chat. I swear all the fouls on Dame would have been continuation fouls if he was a Portland Trailblazer. The NBA decided to revoke his and one card once he became a Buck. We can have that conversation in a minute. I agree with you. I agree with you.
It's a bad play. They don't call that no more. Move on. Move on.
No strays, ENT. Fronte favorite dude. Hold on 1 second. Your favorite dude that tapped in. No strays, ENT. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. So we're not gonna talk about that last 3-point attempt by Giannis. He crashed out like Ajax. Hold on. He crashed out like Ajax in a residential neighborhood. It's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, what? Go ahead, Pronte. That was nasty work, no strays. Go ahead, Pronte.
I just think that that was a bad play. To fake it, to trying to draw a foul at the end of the game, that's a bad play. You see what I'm saying? Those are bad. Yes, it is because they don't call it. So why are you trying to do it in a?
They don't call it for us, but we've seen it called.
It don't matter.
They haven't called it against us.
My thing is, if you think in the game and they haven't been calling for you, why are you going for it now? It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to. That's not smart basketball to me. Like they haven't called it, so why you think they're gonna call it now? They're not gonna call it. It's a bad play. It's just bad. They ain't called it for you all year. Why you think they calling it now? They not calling it for you. Do something else. Giannis, there's more shots in that three-pointer. Do something else. Simple as that. And they had time to do something else. No reason for them to do those things, and that's the point. Both of them were bad plays. They just, like you said, hero ball. But it's cool because it's a regular season. It's a regular season. You know what I mean? That's just.
But do you feel they did that because they weren't getting any help? We only had 2 other people in double figures, and they had 11 points. We got to take that in consideration a little bit, Pronte.
I think that's because
I know CJ gonna feel a way about that, Ed Gibson, but go ahead, Pronte.
I'm gonna leave it at this. I think that it's because Middleton came back. Middleton had to get his shots. He was gonna get shots from somebody. You see what I'm saying? And really, the problem was Bobby Portis missed a lot of open shots.
That's
he missed
fair.
a lot of open shots, like a lot of open shots, like a ton of open shots. He missed.
Are we gonna say Bobby doesn't show up against big teams now?
I've been saying that Bobby doesn't show up against teams that play physical with him.
CJ, you've been saying that for some years now. CJ been saying that for some years about Bobby P. Go ahead, Pronte. We'll go to you.
Last thing. Mr. Bahamas. A little bit of is on Doc. You see that lineup that he put in? That lineup that he put in? You know what lineup I'm talking about? You know what lineup I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
That lineup where you know that they're gonna run right past these guys at the 3-point line. You can't play that lineup in Boston. And he ran with him for so long.
Bobby at the same.
Brooke, Bobby, Dame, AJ.
Yeah, that's that. You can't do that.
That's no athleticism at all. That's the slowest lineup in the NBA. I couldn't understand it for the life of me. I'm like, you can't play that lineup. I mean, they got away with it, but what happened? Bobby closed out. Dude ran right past him every time. Brook Lopez closed out. Ain't no helping because they too slow to help. So, I mean, I don't know what Doc was thinking with that line. I don't even know what he think. Somebody did ask that. What do you think you're going to get out of that lineup? You definitely ain't getting defense. There's no defense in that lineup. So, they better be knocking down all threes, and they better be blitzing teams because you're not going to defend nobody with that lineup. And I think the reason why we really lost the game, and we know why we really lost the game, the same reason why we was losing last year against good teams, is when they switched Brook. They switched out on Brook. They did it out kind of like 9 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They got to switch for Brook, and they got a bucket every time or a mismatch. And they tried to do it with Dame, but Dame defended it better. But they was switching for Dame and Brook all 4 quarter. Dame held his own. Brook did not. It was automatic bucket every time. Right. And it hurt, and it hurts because it made it look like Boston was like executing. No, that's an obvious weakness. It's been an obvious weakness for years. And they just took advantage of what they always take advantage of, Brook Lopez. That's why we haven't been beating them, because we keep overplaying Brook Lopez. When at the end of the game, Brook Lopez is an automatic bucket in a switch situation, and they
I
know it.
agree.
Every team knows that, so they're gonna look better than us because they're not trotting out Brook Lopez. We can't switch on Brook Lopez, so it's that's the difference between the Bucks and all the good teams. They would have took Brook Lopez out the game and put somebody who could switch in the game and made your defense a little better. But that's all I got.
Let's go to CJ. 1 second, CJ. Shout out to the homie Milwaukee Black. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Trade Bobby for young center and give Tyler Smith and Chris Livingston some run. I don't see why not. I mean, what can it hurt at this point? Shout out to you, Milwaukee Black. I agree with you. Why not? It's on you, CJ. Then we gonna go to Mr. Bahamas.
Shoot, I'm gonna try my best to explain this pretty. I ain't mad, but I am mad. I don't know how to feel about this game just because I wasn't expecting Khris Middleton to do too much. He's just coming back, and especially his first game back, like Pronte said, is against the Celtics. But it gives him some warm up going into the Cup games that we have coming up against Orlando. So Orlando's a good defensive team. So why not play him against the Celtics, who's already a powerhouse?
Right.
But I have a problem with this coaching staff. And I want to know, we're playing against a team that just jack up threes. What is this going under, playing back? On my life, bro. I'm like, look, we got to have a conversation right now. Seriously. And on top of that, Brook Lopez is unplayable because I can't be the only one that not saying this. Anytime Dame and Brook Lopez or even Bobby Portis is in the game, it's constant pick and roll, or they're in the action every time. At some point, we gotta maximize or limit Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez, and just limit. We gotta do something with the young guys with Ajax, Chris Livingston, or else is anybody paying attention to the Herd games? Because I'm about, like what Pat said, I'm about to start paying attention to AJ Johnson, to rest of the Herd, because
Livingston.
And look, it's 9 straight times he lost to Boston at Boston.
Right.
9 straight. So it's going to be a question. Look, if we're going to go ahead and go, let's just say, play Boston in the playoffs, we got to show we can beat them on the road, but we can't.
Right.
It's been previous years. We cannot put. They not healthy. They really didn't have a great shooting night, and they pulled it off because matter of fact, we killed ourselves in the fourth quarter.
That's it. That's what it comes down to, is the fourth quarter and execution.
I saw. Man, everything you said was right. Like, but we gotta find us with a big to replace Brook for certain teams. We gotta find it. That has to be the mission of the GM, or else we're not going to win a championship.
Agreed.
That's just the bottom line. We're not going to win. We're going to struggle in the playoffs just because they can do that. Just because they can do that, and that's it. So
hold on, hey, this for you, Pronte. Shout out to Maurice with the $5 super chat. What? Did I just hear Pronte give Dave credit for holding his own defense tonight? Jesus, take the damn wheel.
About time. I mean, but he wanted to win the game. So I don't fault Dame or Giannis.
That game. He wanted that game.
Dame and Giannis, they want to win. They want to beat Boston. I just didn't see a lot. I didn't see a lot from Brook Lopez.
Well, you did see. You saw what you gonna see. 5 points, 5 rebounds. He was playing against a team that can move. He cannot play against teams that can move. I know, Gibson, you say this ad nauseum all the time about Brook not moving his feet and can't move. But it was really bad tonight, though. It was really bad tonight. Let's go to Gibson and we're going to spin the block again. Let's go to Gibson, bro. You drinking beers and stuff. Go ahead, Gibson. I know you feeling away. Go ahead, Gibson. I understand. Trust me. Go ahead, Gibson.
Salute once again to everybody. Salute to Pronte. It would look like the young rapper, Young Jock, if we can keep it that way.
Go ahead.
It's a pleasure seeing you back in the chat, CJ. Amber, I got a few things I don't want to criticize somebody because I was really doing something. I didn't really catch half of the game.
Okay.
But we can talk about Bobby Portis, man. Portis.
I know that's his man right there. I know that's his man.
Portis got to play much better, man. He was a big guy. How hard it is to dunk, man. I don't know what to describe. It's just like what CJ said. We gotta take some mental toughness serious
That's fair.
ability to say we gotta come together as a collective unit, as a team, to say, man, every year we cannot be losing to this team, and we cannot be making Al Horford look like the hero. Giannis, you 30 now. You're not getting younger anymore. You're getting older. So it is time for you to man up. Take on that Jordan mentality. You have to take things personal. All those little silly jokes you used to be doing, you have to put those to the side. And when it comes to a team like Boston, I on business. It's business time. I out here to give them the weight. So we cannot be every year we losing to Boston. It don't make no sense. So I can't really no judgment on Middleton. I glad
Big
he's
point.
back on the floor.
Great comment,
I
Big
give him
49.
I give him his flowers. He's back on the floor, so I can't put no pressure on him. But
Right.
Brooke, he gotta go, man. He gotta go. I didn't throw in the towel as of tonight. The
He
towel, and
said he
then he
throwing in the towel. Is crazy.
but I didn't had enough. I didn't watch enough over the years. I didn't watch this team. We go. This team goes as far as the players go into the playoff. When they fall up, Giannis can't do it by himself. He cannot do it by himself. He only could do his part, and everybody have to carry their own weight. You gotta get the loose ball. Ajax, when you have to take care of the basketball, don't be afraid to shoot. Shoot the ball, because when
Right.
I watch him in UConn, he was dominant. You can't let the NBA scare you. You're supposed to take advantage when the light is bright on you. And Doc, please, if you gotta struggle the bench, shake out the bench, put Tyler Smith in the game. Let's give the man a shot or
That's
Tyler
something.
it.
Smith,
I
at
mean,
least he
what?
can
How bad
shoot.
can he be? How bad can he
Man,
be?
I guarantee you he can shoot better than Bobby Portis right now.
Man,
man, man.
I
So
guarantee you he can shoot better than Bobby Portis. What is wrong with Bobby Portis' shot?
it's
man,
only against
His
bad.
shot
It's
used to
only
be
against good
flawless.
teams. If we was playing some bottom feeder, he would have been going off. Trust me.
But
yeah,
I'm sorry to cut off Gibson, but hold on, I want to ask a
and,
question because we're speaking about Ajax.
you
Is
know,
it just me or Ajax can't catch a basketball?
He maybe it was nerves.
I've been
yeah,
seeing this
man,
for the past
Uh,
5 games, but go
hold
ahead,
on one
Gibson.
second, CJ. Go ahead, Gibson. We gonna spin the block again. Go ahead, Gibson.
and Doc Rivers need to sit Bobby Portis down, and someone need to have one of the players like Van Baker or the guys, if they need to sit down with him and have a conversation and say, Bobby, we understand you playing, but you have to play smart basketball, not foolish basketball. We have to play smart basketball, winning basketball. We have to be able to dominate teams like Boston. We can't keep letting these clowns and keep winning. Then you have that Papa clown keep on coming in the chat, shooting this silly shot. I bet you if we did beat Boston tonight, he would have still find an excuse to make up.
But
So
the
we have
thing
to
is,
take the
though, Gibson, he don't gotta find no excuse because we keep losing to these dudes.
right.
That's the
That's the
problem.
problem. And Giannis keep on trying to be the hero. The ball have to move. Like I
I,
always
I
saying, we need
understand
to.
that, but don't you? I mean, I rather it's Moose 414. I saw your comment. I do rather that our stars try to play hero ball. If anybody's gonna take the big shots, I'd rather be our stars. I don't want to see anyone coward out and pull the LeBron route and try to make the smart basketball play. If you are highest paid players, you should take the shot.
Right.
Unfortunately, didn't go down. I would rather be in a better shot from Giannis, but I understand him being a superstar. He's trying to win the game. Same with Dame, but we could have got better shots with ball movement. I agree with you, Gibson, on that.
So the problem is that Doc Rivers have to find a way, and the GM need to make a decision because Lopez don't have it in him no more. He don't have it in him no more. We need
You
someone.
know what it is, Gibson? It's not that he has it, but only it's situational. He can only play against certain teams. He's effective.
Yep.
Like against a
Right.
Jokic, a Valanciunas, a Vukovic, people like that, he can play. But any of these faster people with athleticism, he's gonna get
He
killed.
can.
So he has to be situational. I agree with you. Go ahead, Gibson.
So we looking at that. I see that we have Chris Livingston. Why Doc don't give those guys a chance instead of Bobby getting all those minutes, DeLon Wright getting all those minutes, but he ain't doing nothing. Give those guys minute on the floor. Let's see what we could get out of those guys. It's just like it hurting to see that, man. Other teams playing their young guys and we refusing to hold our guys on the bench hostage and
He
playing the
said
vets.
hostage is funny. Go.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, it's holding him hostage because he don't want to play him. He have to switch things up. He have to switch it up. I bet you if he give those guys run, we will see a total difference maker in this team. And we
Okay,
need to get another
Monolondo.
team.
He said check out
We
Ibu Baji and or G League. Okay, I'll go search for the players and see what's good. I never heard of them before though, Monolondo. Go ahead, Gibson. You seem so
so,
down, Gibson. I'm you got me feeling down. Come on, Gibson, bro. Bring some more energy, Gibson. Hey, we
see, I'm gonna see. It ain't about down, It's just like we keep losing to this team every time. That's my problem. We have to play them better. We have to beat them. We can't keep letting them jack up a bunch of three. We supposed to beat that team we were supposed to beat. The way we made an example of the Indiana, we supposed to go in TD Gardens and get a big win. That's what the Bucks need to play smart basketball. That's all it is. It's not hero ball. It's a team sport. The ball have to be moving around, and we don't need people to be taking silly shots at the last. And we need people to take great shot. If I know I can't get a three, I'm going to carry it to the cup and get a foul. And this league need to be fixed because this officiating being terrible this season. These referees screwing up
right,
this game. They are screwing up the NBA. They're making the ratings go down because they keep giving the other teams
right.
a foul. It don't make no sense. It just need to be fixed, Alma. So I just pray that the Milwaukee Bucks get everything together. That Doc Rivers will come out of his old stuck up ways and give the young guys some playing time. Like Tyler Smith deserves to be playing. I am voting for Tyler Smith to be on the court. Let him get Bobby Porter's minutes because he may make a difference. He more younger and he would get up more quicker. So
What up, Scales?
I turn the floor over to Amber. That's all I had to say, Amber.
Let's go to CJ, and then I got one more guest to tap in here. It's on you, CJ. What up, Scales?
All right,
Appreciate you tapping in.
Amber, I could come out and let you tap in next.
Oh no, you good, you good. They dropped for a minute. I'll wait for them to tap back in. You good, Gibson? Let's go to CJ then the Scales. Go ahead, CJ.
Man, it's right now. I'm trying to look at this as a positive note, but it's hard because we losing the teams. We just shoot ourselves in the foot. We keep doing that. We just keep. And mind you, why don't we just live with AJ Green? Like AJ Green taking a good wide open shot late in the game. I don't want AJ Green. Is the only young guy I've seen is he. He don't mind getting his own shot. He shows you against the Heat.
Right, and he's not
He
scared of
got
the moment. And let's add that AJ Green is not scared of the moment.
he is not scared. But also, it's just I'm tired of just having the same exact things happening over and over again. Look, I'm sorry, we love Bobby Portis and all that, but he's washed. He is washed. All
Man,
right,
see, that's a good one.
it's about time. All right, look, I
Scales
love
had to
Bobby.
eat that.
You are washed. So, but also, it is a good note. So please pass the ball. Don't be an idiot. Stop doing this. All this backing these dudes down with your elbow over here using the
he on
fake
that
crazy.
Barkley time. I
Pass
told you he on
the
the Barkley
ball.
time.
Please just pass the ball to open shooters at that. And on top of that, we got to Brook Lopez at some point. We have to change the starting lineup with him. Either if we're playing teams, if the center is not as he can't space the
Talk to
floor,
him.
if he can't stretch, he can't. We got to do something with that. Either Giannis should play the five. We bring somebody who's athletic enough, like Ajax. Somebody like Chris Livingston, somebody who can at least play, move his feet, grab a rebound, and run up the court.
For real.
All right.
It's about time right now. We can't. It's about. We are 1-9 this year or this season against good teams. Last year against good teams, we were horrible with the same group. It's about time that we minimize their minutes now. We can't because it's about time. We can't beat good teams, and we're losing the Boston Celtics 9 straight times. We can't beat them.
Right, that's a fact. That's a fact. We need a change. That's like hitting your head in the same place. That's insanity. I'm with you. I think everybody on this panel with you on that one. Hold on 1 second, CJ. Let's get the homie Maurice. Maurice, appreciate you spinning the block with the $5 super chat. Real talk, Bobby Portis crashed out months ago when his crib got broken into. That boy Cook, we got to put him out to pasture like a crippled dog. Jesus.
Well, my doors. Wow. Wow.
Go ahead, CJ. Then we gonna go to Scale. You're not wrong for what you're saying, Maurice. It's very cold, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Go ahead, CJ. Then we'll go to
On
Scales
top
and
of
back
that,
to Mr.
we
Bahamas.
just gotta play smart basketball, but let alone smart basketball and put more of the youth in that. Just play more of the young guys at this point. I'm not saying that. Just give them more minutes. We already got to minimize Brook Lopez because he showed us he's unplayable in the fourth quarter. And Bobby Portis, teams already going to Joe Mazzulla. Like I remember Joe Mazzulla in his first year as a head coach. They asked him a question about Bobby Portis. He don't pass.
Right.
He don't pass. He's dead. He was dead serious. He don't pass. Everyone knows he can't pass. And on top of that, can we set better screens? I've been asking because
Oh yeah, that's definitely a problem. But that's the fundamentals. That's what I'm saying. To be a championship team, you have to be fundamentally sound, and we're still working on that. We got to be real with our deficiencies. We have low IQ and we don't execute all the time. We can't keep it together for 48 minutes. We can sometimes keep it together for 40, 41, 45, but them last 3 minutes that we lose focus usually cost us a game. And that's the truth.
But final point here, all we got to do is just pretty much just play. I'm gonna repeat it again. Play smart basketball. Doc Rivers. I don't know what the coaching staff because I don't know what's been going on with this coaching staff repeatedly doing the same things over and over and over and over again and not switching it up or doing in-game adjustments. But one thing about Mike Budenholzer, what he did, he made sure Brook Lopez is on that bench in the fourth quarter.
That's a fact. That's actually true. That's true. Valid point.
He benched.
That's valid.
Bud Wood bench dudes who is not capable of playing in the fourth quarter, especially against good teams.
He's done it to Bobby before. He done did it to Bobby.
Yes, in the playoffs.
So I'm just saying, coaching is right now as the main topic for me because it's a repetitive process right now. So right now we got to switch it up. But I'm out of here. I'm gonna keep yapping right now. I'm hot right now.
I appreciate you.
But I'm looking forward to that in season against Orlando. I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Scales, it's on you. Just hang around. All right, bro. Let me redo these screens real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me tap you back in, Gibson. It's on you, Scales.
Shout out to the little homie that just left the chat. That's my first time seeing him.
CJ the truth, bro. He pop in and out. He be around.
CJ pretty knowledgeable.
Right. Yeah. Shout out CJ.
I'm not mad. I seen a lot of people in the chat calling for me to tap in. I wasn't gonna tap in, but people was like, "Skills, where you at? Skills, get on the live, get on the chat. I mean, get on the live." So I'm like, "All right, let me get on here, man." I'm not mad, right? I'm not mad at tonight's game because, like, the first half. I put this in the chat, Mara. I'm telling you, Damian Lillard in the pick and roll has to be 75% of my offense, and I don't give a damn who sets the screen. Like Giannis, if you can't set the screen, let Brook, let Bobby, let somebody, because if you can remember, it was a stretch in that first half where he controlled the entire game for like 9 minutes. It was all day. He was calling out screens. They kept putting the tall African kid on him in the switch, and he was cooking at a quarter or whatever his name is. He was cooking dude. You get what I'm saying? If you put him or Al Horford in that switch, they're dead meat. So that's one of my problems. We went away from that. I'm with you. He didn't get the free throws, but Dame could have got 40 from the floor just running that all night against Boston because they had nothing for that, right?
But then you have ball stoppers and ball movement to stop that from going.
So the other thing, this is what I'm going to show you where people are talking about the hero ball, right? Which I believe in hero ball. I'm not one of them people. I'm a Michael Jordan fan, so I believe in hero ball. But Mike passed to John Paxson, passed to B.J. Armstrong sometimes to get big shots. Even Kobe kicked it to Fisher to get big shots from time to time. You get what I'm saying? So, but tonight what you saw was Middleton was back. So now Boston, because they've got a very great coaching staff, they ISO'd everything, bro. So now Dame and Giannis are back in ISO ball again. You got to remember, this stretch we've been on, we ain't really been playing ISO, because as soon as we make a move, they're sending help. So AJ Green's open, Taurean Prince is open. People are open. Tonight wasn't nobody open like that. Like, y'all think they weren't just passing the ball because they was going greedy. Those looks weren't there. I think Dame got one to Gary Trent in the corner.
Right.
You know what I mean? And late in the third where he knocked one down, but it was hard to get that one because Boston wasn't collapsing because Middleton is out there now. So you got to guard people. Honestly, you can't leave him open the way you might leave Ajax open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Also, I agree to the young homie that was in the corner. Our 3-point defense is a joke. Like, I don't.
It isn't.
I don't
It ain't even a joke. It's non-existent.
It's
we still playing old school, trying to pack the paint, trying to stop you from coming to the rack, and they loving it, going under screens instead of over. It's. I don't know what else we need to say, man.
I got it under Bud because our rim protection was very good. Like, we had the best paint defense in the league under Bud, so we gave up a lot of threes. And this one, we give up a lot of threes, and then we don't protect the rim either. So that's why I'm saying there's got to be something with the coaching there, because it can't be the culture.
They hit 7 threes in the first quarter.
Bro, Amara, they were on pace to take 60 threes tonight, and you're going under screens? Why are you still going under screens, bro, and all they do is shoot threes?
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I blame, like, Doc, you're seeing that. This all-star coaching staff, y'all not doing nothing. 1 second. Monolando, appreciate the $2 super chat. We have Evan Mobley on our team and Ibu Baji. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into this dude. You standing on the Monolando? I'm gonna have to look into this dude.
I've been hearing a lot about him, but cats look good in the G League. Then it's different when you get up top, because now you got to play under whatever Doc and Vin Baker and Darvin Ham have drawn up for you. You can't really G League. I'm your coach. You know what I mean? It's a dude me over there giving AJ Johnson the ball. Go ahead and be LaMelo tonight.
Scales. Just a quick interjection. I just have to announce that the living legend, Mr. Cool, has entered the chat. After we go to Scales, we will be going to the living legend for his.
This is my last thing. Then I'm gonna get off of it and let the GOAT talk. You know what I mean? But,
yeah, right.
No, for real, man.
Yeah, right, man. We show
Mr. Cool, man. I salute you, bro. Your knowledge is impeccable, boss. But anyway, what I was gonna say, my last thing is, I said this last chat. When you play teams like Atlanta, Boston, where they take a big off the floor. Well, tonight they didn't have Porzingis, but they usually don't play Al Horford and Porzingis together.
That's saying right.
Where they play 4 wings and a big, you can't play Brook Lopez, bro. I've been saying this all season. He's serviceable when you play Cleveland because they play 2 bigs, or when you play Orlando because they play big. When you play those type of teams, cool, he can play. He can give you 25, 30 minutes those nights. But when you play Boston, because of the switch, he can't be out there, bro.
Right.
It was times where he was guarding Jayson Tatum. I was fearing for my life, bro. It was like we was on a sinking ship, and the tip of the ship was going in the water, bro. That's how I was feeling every time he was on the island out there in ISO against Brown or Tatum. You get what I'm saying? Like that.
Right.
That's the recipe for disaster right there. And then if you get around Brook, who's protecting the rim? You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing for me right there. That's why they had so many layups. Did you see how many layups these guys got tonight?
Right.
Like, I'm talking about where you could have just walked to the rim and did whatever you wanted to do when you got there, because there was nobody there. It happens even when Bobby's on. It happens at times when you play Bobby and Giannis together, because Bobby ends up in that Brook position and he ends up in the ISO and he gets cooked every time. Like, Boston doesn't really even have an offense, but that was easy offense for them. Like, oh, okay, just run the switch until you get a big on you, and then just go around their big because there's nobody protecting the rim. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Dame played excellent because every time he got beat, he stripped the ball from somebody. That's what I loved about Dame tonight. Instead of just taking the beat, him and Middleton were trying to slap the ball away from people at least. Right. Bobby and Brook will just take the beat. They won't contest the shot. It's like they trying to stay out of foul trouble like they Giannis or something. No, you guys are supposed to use all 6 of your fouls. That's why you're our big man on the floor. You're supposed to use your fouls. Make Peyton Pritchard and these dudes, Sam Hauser, feel like he can't just come in here and get a layup when he feel like it. You get what I'm saying? And that's it, man. I'm off of it. Go ahead, Mr. Cool.
Go ahead. So you, Mr. Cool.
I've been screaming Brook is unplayable in today's NBA. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. He a Neanderthal in a modern world. But go ahead, Mr. Cool.
Well, it was a good game. We played well. There were some little things here and there. I don't press the panic button. Middleton's first game back. we're gonna have to get into a rhythm, get in the flow, get with him being used to be on the floor with the other guys, and that's gonna take a little time. This is a tough game to throw him in against Boston for his first game, but obviously you guys are pointing out a lot of things that are wrong, and I agree with almost everything that's been said. Clearly, you can't play Brooke and Bobby against Boston that many minutes because they spread the floor wide, they switch all the time, and they do a pick and roll, and they can't cover those guys because they spread the floor so wide and they really can't cover. Then they just beat them off the dribble. So you have to go smaller when you play Boston, and I think our coaches will make that adjustment. Prince being sick and not unable to play hurt us.
Yeah.
Because we could have had Giannis play the 5 and let Prince play the 4, and then we could switch. But Prince has actually been playing really good defense on top of
And
shooting the ball
offense.
well.
And shooting well.
Right. So he was key. We lost him tonight in this game. Had he played like he's been playing, we win tonight. So that's why I don't want to panic too much about the loss. I know we're frustrated about a lot of things that happen, but I'm not as concerned as everybody else. I think we can beat them. We just have to have everybody healthy, and I think we'll be fine. Again, Prince was key because we could win small ball. You have to play them small. You can't play Brooke. You can't play Bobby on the perimeter. It's a joke. They're either going to knock down a 3 or blow by them.
Fact.
And because they spread you out so far, you can't give any help at the basket because they'll just kick it to a 3-point shooter. So that's really, really a tough thing. Now, in terms of our young guys, we can't play them yet until they get more playing time against other teams. I know everybody said we'll play, Tyler Smith. I love to see Tyler play, but you can't throw him out there now in a game like this.
Not this game, but he needs to get. This game signifies that we need to get him some run.
Right. So you have to build him up against other teams, and then when you play Boston, maybe I guess in the playoffs, at that point, then he'll be able to help. But you can't just throw him in the Lions Den as a 19-year-old rookie like that.
Right.
That would be kind of tough. That'd be unfair to him. So and really, this was always my concern about Ajax, is that he's so poor offensively. It's going to be hard to play him against good teams. Really, they're really good teams. Even though I know he guards people well and he defends, he does some good things defensively, but it's hard to play 4 against 5 against the top teams offensively. And he did seem to be a deer in headlights tonight when the ball was thrown to him a few times, like he was scared a little bit. So he definitely felt the pressure. But I'm fine with how we played, and I'm not that concerned. That game came down to a couple possessions. Really, we were right there. So I'm not panicking. I'm not at all. We can beat that team.
And Mr. Cool,
Khris Middleton missed some shots he gonna normally make.
Right.
So we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Be of good cheer. That's what I learned in the Bible. Be of good cheer.
There we go. So
I'm gonna stay on the positive tonight.
There we go.
I thought we played well.
If you watch
the thing, I'm gonna tell you what bugged me the most was the announcers of the game drove me crazy. I don't know what's her name, the lady, I forget her name. She was annoying all night and talking negative about the Bucks way too much for me. So I didn't like that. But as far as our team, we're good. We're going to be good. I trust our coaches will make the adjustments. Most of the things we talked about tonight, I think they will. We'll be good, man. We're going to be fine.
I think so too. I think so too, Mr. Cool. Just frustrating to continue to lose to not even personnel. It's low IQ basketball when you at the worst possible moments.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I think if you remember back when we won the championship, a lot of times down the stretch, Middleton took the ball out of Giannis' hands. Khris will make better decisions down the stretch. And I think and Giannis trusts him to do that.
That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point.
On that 3-point shot, he probably should have kicked it to Dame. Because Dame, we got him to be our closer.
And he showed he can close, though, Mr. Cool.
Right.
That's the thing.
So let him close.
He can close.
But Giannis was a little bit on a hero ball there. I'm gonna knock down this big 3 on national TV, and it's my birthday.
That's what he wanted to put his joint on the table. He tried to put it all on the table, like I got the big ones here. I get it. I'm not mad at that for that point. You're a superstar. You should feel like that. Like I said, I'd rather my superstar go out on the shield than go out like LeBron on this smart basketball play because you scared to get all the pressure and take the shot. So it is what it is. You got to live and die with that.
And Trent Jr., I thought, was outstanding tonight. Outstanding on both ends. He defended. He guarded people. He knocked down shots. He played really, really well. So he gave us some quality minutes. So, like I said, I look at the positives. we're going to be fine. We can beat that team, and we will beat them in the playoffs.
There we go.
So
My man.
I got to go because I got Bible study in the morning, gentlemen.
All right, Mr.
Have a good
Cole.
night.
All right, see you. Appreciate you.
Okay, guys. See you.
All right.
To my point, Mara, Mr. Cool brought up my point. Why I'm saying you put Dame in that action with whoever. And to close the games, fourth quarter, you should be running pick Middleton, Dame action. Klay Thompson, Curry. Think Klay Thompson, Curry, bro. And run that pick action with Khris Middleton, with Dame, and you let Giannis play in the flare spot. It's cooking.
Yes, sir.
That's why when people look at our team on paper, we're scary to people who really got basketball IQ.
Right.
We're the scariest team in the NBA if Khris is healthy, because that's what you get in closing moments. Because you can see we can carry a game in the first three quarters.
And let's also add that Khris Middleton can also initiate the pick and roll. He runs the pick and roll with Brook. He can run the pick and roll almost anybody.
That's what I'm saying. And then even with Khris, if you run it with Dame, he's going to get a smaller guy switched on him, right? Then Khris puts the smaller guy on his back, Mara, and that's a bucket. We know what Khris does with a smaller defender with his back to the basket. That's what I'm saying. Even tonight, his shots look good. His feet look good. The way he was moving, it's just timing. He's just got to get out there and get in the rhythm a little bit. But he looked good. Even them lobs to Giannis, they timing just off because they chemistry. He ain't been on the floor.
I actually respect him coming back against this team to keep it real.
Bro, he looked. This is the best he's ever looked coming back from an injury. If you have memory like
athletically.
Yeah, yep. This is the best he's looked.
Yeah. All right, we got to get to Gibson before he pass out on here. Hold on, Gibson. Appreciate the new sub, Jay Latz. Hold on 1 second. I know more than you. Appreciate the $5 super chat. My bad, bro. Took a second. Giannis lost that game, man. Can't let ego take you out your game. Too old for that at that point. We know you're the best. Relax. Yeah, man. A little ego tripping. One more, and then this is dedicated to Gibson. No strays, ENT. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Bucks Nation, I tried to give you the game plan, but I guess I'll get back to the big boys table to enjoy this Bahama breeze and cup of conch peace and love.
All right. Let me get to him. Oh, you want to take a shot at me?
Not the Bahama breeze.
Not the Bahama breeze.
All right then. So, all right then, no strings. So come on down to the Bahamas. We'll be waiting on you. We'll be waiting on you.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, you know what, Gibson? We gotta let him talk. We gotta beat these.
Yeah, we can talk. But I got something for Mr. No Straight ENT. Like what I said again. Don't forget now. Al Horford ain't gonna be on that team too long because Giannis gonna retire him after we done put you all out.
Okay. We putting him out in the playoffs, Gibson. Hey, we putting him out in the playoffs.
We can retire, and after that beating Giannis can put on him, he can retire. Don't say he can bring Porzingis because after this year coming to the next season, Boston gonna have to start letting players go because they have a high tax bill. So no strain. Don't forget that now.
That's fair.
Have one of the high. Your tax bill is high because y'all bring back your whole team because y'all was afraid if y'all didn't bring back everybody, y'all was gonna lose. So let's get that in consideration now. Now, before you take a shot at me, we can let you take your shot, have as much shot as you want, have your fun. But when you see that playoff time come and your team get eliminated, there is no excuses.
There we go.
No excuse. I wear nothing. I don't want you come on this chat throwing a little slick jab. No. Keep your
He got to hold the L. You want him to hold the L. Just embrace it, hold the L.
Hold that. So hold that L, no straight ENT. See, you can come at me, and I can always come back at you. I can come back with you.
Yeah, y'all frenemies. Y'all frenemies, right? Y'all frenemies. Oh my God! But you know what though? This game could have been worse though, Gibson. It could have been worse.
Right.
We fought tooth and nail with the best team in the NBA, and we lost the game. Like we said, it's just a tough week for Wisconsin sports. Every game that was lost, it wasn't because of talent. It was low IQ plays at the worst times.
Yep.
That's what they're not. They don't have more talent than us. They execute better than us. And sometimes that's the difference. Yep. What made the San Antonio Spurs so good? It wasn't always the talent. It was the execution down the stretch. You think you gonna beat Kobe and Shaq just turnovers and all? No, you have to execute down the stretch to beat a Kobe and Shaq. You gotta execute down the stretch to beat a LeBron, a Bosh, and a Wade. You have to execute. That's what they do. The New England Patriots, how do they win all them Super Bowls? Executing down the stretch. How many games do they win in the fourth quarter? To be a great team, you have to execute in the clutch moments. Otherwise, you are not a great team, period.
Agreed.
Go ahead, Gibson, and we'll go to Scales, and then I'm going to get in the chat. Gibson, go ahead and finish your statement, brother.
Well, Amber, my concern is what I want this team to do is to go back, sit down in the film room, watch the film, and see where they made their mistakes, and sit back again the following week, watch it again, and say, okay, how could we stop this team? What we need to do? What did we did wrong? Don't go and fight yourself. When we're heading back to Pfizer Farm, Doc need to call everybody and hold them accountable and practice. Say, let's go back and watch the film. How bad did we play? We lost this game. What could we do right? What could we do much better? So when we play them again, we already have all the procedures and the steps in place to stop those guys. Doc, you don't need to put Lopez in the game at Bobby at the same time. No, it ain't gonna wait. Cause why? What Boston could do, they can hunt Brook Lopez. What they gonna need to do is let Giannis play the 5 and let Middleton and Dame do their thing, and Giannis could be able to give us a good production. But we have to sit back and watch the tape to see how could we get better to beat this team. That's all I want Milwaukee to do is just to get a win in Boston. If we could get a win in TD Garden, I would have sleep good tonight. I would have kick up my 2 legs, smoke a cigar, and say no Australian tea.
Right, I know you wanted to come on here and roast those. Our time will come. Our time will come. Don't worry, Gibson. Our time will come, my friend. I promise you. I promise you that. Let's go to the homie Scales, and then we gotta let you give your we gotta end it with you, Gibson. Go ahead, Scales.
It was a point in time in tonight's game where I thought Giannis was gonna go like lose his mind, because when Jaylen Brown, got to putting his finger in his face and all that, like, oh, you know what I mean? Because Giannis usually turns a switch on when people play with him like that. You usually get murdered, but it was like he didn't, and Dame just continued cooking. So I'm like, okay, maybe he letting Dame cook in the third quarter. He gonna come out and punch Jaylen Brown's mouth, not figuratively.
Right? I know what you're saying. Right.
Figuratively, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't see that aggression from him tonight. I'm sorry, I just didn't really see that from him, and that's why if you want to hang something on our star, you know what I mean, you can. But I at the end of the day, they both had their 30. So all season we've been hanging these losses on who? You know what I'm saying? It's coaching, it's rotations, it's playing people who shouldn't be out there, because to blame anything really on Dame and Giannis because of some plays at the end of the game is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they're giving you 30 almost every night. What other team is getting 30 from 2 players every night? And to still lose is insane. That means you have not built the proper team around them, or you haven't developed the proper scheme for this team and the personnel that you have available.
Bro, it was a stretch in this game where he had Bobby Portis out there for 8 minutes and 29 seconds, bro. And he was the offensive focal point when he was on the floor for those 8 minutes. That's how he got up 15 shots, because he was the focal point of the offense for 8 whole minutes.
Right.
Like, so you're trying to tell me that got something to do with Dame and Giannis? No, that has nothing to do with. That's on Doc, man. Like, we've been praising Doc over this winning streak. I'm gonna slap him for tonight, because why would you play Bobby Portis that long without having a star?
Brook in the fourth. Brook in the fourth. Late in the fourth. Same thing. Brook late in the fourth. You already know. If you were the coach, you'd be going at Brook. Why would you put him in the game? Well, you should.
Mara, I watch League Pass, bro. So I watch almost every team in the league.
Right, same.
Shout out to dude, I can't even pronounce his name in OKC. But the other night they had Hartenstein in, but the team they were playing went small. So every possession he subbed Hartenstein out for an offensive player. You get what I'm saying? Like every dead ball. I don't see Doc ever doing that. When do you see Doc doing that? I'll wait.
Yeah, no,
you rarely see Doc doing that, bro. He might do it, if it's obvious, like, oh yeah, you need to sub Andre Jackson in for Brook. But he doesn't do it every possession, which lets you know that he's making moves throughout the game. Like, people complained about Bud, but Doc makes less adjustments than Bud did.
It's looking that way,
see any
sadly.
adjustments
It's looking that way.
He's more reactionary than he is because he's not a cerebral dude, and I guess because he used to play the game,
right?
He doesn't think like the dudes who are analytic, like Spoelstra or Mazzulla.
That's a good point.
Some of these other dudes. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or Udoka, yeah, like but even like Udoka's got a little analytics to his hard-nosed basketball mind. It's like Doc is still stuck in his era, I think, a little bit when it comes to that. Because
one second, Scales. Yeah, Drew dropped 20 on Dame. Dame had 31. What are we talking about? Dame had 31. What are we talking about?
Drew and Sam Hauser are the fifth and sixth option.
Thank you, bro. I'm so tired of this Drew.
Like, for them to have 17 and 20.
Hold on one second.
Hauser had 17.
I gotta take off for 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me just put something on the screen real quick because I just need we gotta put something in plain text because I'm tired of some of this. All right, 1 second. So we don't have to bring this up anymore. Do you see the screen? Hold on 1 second. Do you see the screen? Drew Holiday's averaging 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Knock it off.
So what is Hauser? Now, Amara, what is Hauser averaging? Because that's really where we lost the game at.
8 points. He's averaging 8.5 points.
So he had 16. Drew had 20. You're going to lose, bro.
You're going to lose, bro. You're going to lose. Then if we look at Dame, what is Dame putting up this year? 26. 45%. What do you want? Why would you even say that about
bro,
Drew?
Dame's probably going to start about? Bro, Dame's probably going to start in the All-Star game. That's how good of a season this dude is having. Like, there's probably not I can't even think of another guard that's really like, I mean, Brunson's having a good year. Garland's playing decent, but their numbers aren't better than Dame's, bro. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying.
Dame is having a really good year. Like,
hey, it's Moose 4 when they don't care. They saw 20 points. They thought that was doing something.
Yeah, he wasn't even. And that's what I'm. Bro, thank you. Who was that, Moose? Thank you, Moose. Thank you, Moose.
But that's not what they gonna say. They just see Drew had 20, so they think he popped. He was popping on Dame. No, but Drew was holding Dame. No, Drew was holding Dame. No, and he was getting cooked. How about that? Drew was holding Dame, and he was getting cooked. That's what I'm saying. Like, some people just watch the box score and don't watch the game. Yes, Drew is a great player, but he's, like you said, fifth, sixth option, like we've been saying. If Drew was averaging 11 points on the Bucks, we wouldn't have won a game this year.
King Mark, that's our point.
Right.
That we lost because we gave up 20 points to Drew Holiday tonight. You're not supposed to do that. Sam Hauser's not supposed to have 17. Like, that's not
Dame
supposed
wasn't
to happen,
holding
bro.
him, though, King Mark. That's what we said.
No.
Dame was not holding, dude. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're saying. And no, he shouldn't have had 20. That is a fair point. He should not have had 20. But it wasn't on Dame. Dame is not the say all be all for negative stuff for the Bucks. It's like everything they blame on Dame. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had 30. Now they talking about, well, Drew had 20. So what do you want? You want the 20 or the 30? What do you want?
Yeah, because Dame was scorching Boston.
He was scorching them tonight. Hold on 1 second. Let you finish, Scales. My bad, bro. Hold on 1 second. No strays. ENT, appreciate the $9.99 super chat. Bobby was grabbing mad rebounds. I thought he was a plus minus. It was the game plan to let Giannis tire himself out and attack Dame on switches. Both their legs was noodles in the fourth, and Tatum executed. That's low-key valid.
I mean, all jokes aside, but that's what I said.
Yeah, that's valid.
The ISO froze out our players. So there was no open, you know what I mean? AJ Green's 2 threes were forced. He knocked them down, but he had to force it. He had to force those shots up. They weren't open looks like he's been getting on this streak that we've been on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I credit Boston for that. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? And it came down to 1 or 2 plays, and we lost. We controlled this game for 3 quarters.
That's what makes it so. That's why the Bucks Nation is hurt. Because this game was under control. We was fighting, and we just can't focus for them 48 minutes. And that's the difference between a good team and a great team. It's 48 minutes of execution. Boston, just like he said, he's driving a point home. No strays got jokes, but in between the jokes, it's some real truth.
It's a real.
When he said they execution, That's why we lost, and that's why Boston are the champs. They execute, bro. They move the ball.
Like
They
I
will
see
move
people
the
in the
ball
chat keep
the
saying,
whole shot clock until somebody get an open three. They will move the
people keep,
ball the whole
thank
shot
you.
clock.
Because I keep seeing people saying they move the ball. Like, that's Boston's offense. Have you watched Boston? They don't have a ball dominant point guard like we do.
Right.
So they move the ball way more than we do because their point guard isn't ball dominant.
Facts.
Yeah, we got 2 ball dominant guys in our offense actually. So
Fair.
Right.
No, that's definitely fair. We gotta bounce back though. This I think this game will make us stronger.
I wanted us to get this one because Orlando's gonna be tougher than I think
Yep.
people know
Orlando's
they're
on the
gonna be.
rise. We can't take them lightly.
And they're big and they play good defense. They have a little trouble scoring the ball.
Right.
But other than that, they play really good defense and they're young and athletic. So, I wanted us to get this one, but we didn't get blown out. And like I said, it was stretches of the game where Dame was literally the best player in the gym. So that I'm cool with that. Like,
right. We got stuff to build on. We got positives to look at in the film room to build off of. But the coaching staff has to step their game up against these teams. You can't mess around against these elite teams and trying and experimenting with lineups and putting weird people in the game at the same time. Like, you can't do that. You can't experiment against Boston. Like,
because even with the threes that they missed, bro, they were a lot of wide open threes that Boston took tonight. They just missed them. Like, if they are hitting those, we might lose by a dub tonight.
Facts.
Easy. Yeah, like those are shots that they usually hit on most nights. So we got lucky when they had those third quarter. They couldn't really hit anything. You know what I mean? So we got lucky. And in a bad fourth quarter, and you only lose by like a possession, on the road in Boston, I can't really be mad at that with Middleton coming back. And then to even get 12 and 5 from Middleton
was good.
Is a positive, bro.
No, I agree with that.
It's to Mr. Cool's point. I want to see next time we play a Boston or Atlanta or any of these teams that play 1 big and 4 smalls. I want to see Giannis, Prince, Middleton, Trent, or Green, and Lillard out there. I want to see that lineup, bro. We got to see how that look because that's damn near going to be the winning lineup for us. You know what I mean? For real.
No, I agree.
Especially on those nights when you can't play Bobby or Brooke.
No, that's a fact. Exactly. Hey, my man.
We want to trade people, but this ain't 2K, man. This ain't NBA 2K.
Right, you gotta deal with it. You gotta. We gotta coach. No, shout out to Scales. My man be stay spinning. Take us home.
Man, I gotta get his jab to the greatest Bucks podcast.
Hey, we trying to do our thing over here. We trying to build something great. Like this. We start from nothing and go into something. You feel me?
We number one. We ain't just fanned out over here. We keep it real.
Right. Talk to him, Scales. Talk to him.
But it was a lot like
my man pass out though. I gotta let my man Gibson get his bars off before he pass out. Gibson send us home, bro.
My biggest concern is like what Skill said that Doc Rivers have to do a better job at executing. Once you see Boston go smart, we have to go smart to match their physicality. It's called common sense and coaching. So I think that he should learn from this and do not put Brooke and Bobby in at the same time. I don't want them in at the same time. And Bobby, someone need to sit Bobby down and tell him you have to pass the ball. You can't be the hero. And make sure that we protect the ball and defend well, get the rebounds, don't throw the ball away. Let's do our part. Amber, salute to the chat, salute to Skills.
Appreciate you. Salute to Scale. Salute to Mr. Bahamas. Appreciate both y'all tapping in. We're gonna tap in next time on a win. Appreciate y'all, gentlemen.
For sure. We up Tuesday against Orlando, right?
Yep.
Tuesday we got Orlando show in the cup.
Appreciate you, Scales. Appreciate you, Gibson. All right, gentlemen. Another excellent pod. Unfortunately, it was with the loss. What's up, y'all? It's a tough loss, but like I said, I think there's some positives. Middleton coming back, Giannis and Dame playing well. We just got to figure out how to execute down the stretch. It's not a talent thing with the Bucks right now. It's an execution thing. So once we get a lot of the fundamentally sound stuff tightened up that I've been preaching for the longest, we'll be able to beat these elite teams. But until then, we'll keep falling short against good teams if we don't execute down the stretch. What up, Romero? I see you in here. Milwaukee Ray, Joseph. I see you, King Mark, Rigo. I forgot to shout y'all out. I seen y'all walk in the building. Prime time was good. It's Moose 414 officially. What's good? Robert Brooks, I see all y'all up in here. Want to make sure I salute y'all on the way up out of here. Bleedy, what's good? Emerson, good to see you, bro. Trina, my main ma'am, what's good? Shane, good to see you in the chat, y'all. Hoyt Street E, been a minute. Salute to Hoyt Street E. Salute to all the queens in the chat showing up. Trina, Patricia, Eliza, the whole crew. Foreign Land, Boy and Mommy, Mia, Kim. Appreciate all y'all tapping in. Unfortunately, it's for a loss, but we gonna bounce back. We got the NBA Cup to look forward to. So we're gonna regroup. We're gonna regroup. Tough loss, but we're gonna regroup, y'all. We'll get there. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition, where we just got done politicking and discussing with friends and family. Bucks Nation, the #1 Bucks podcast on YouTube, the #1 Bucks chat on YouTube about a tough loss between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics in Boston. 111 to 105, the Bucks were in control and they just faded down the stretch. It is what it is. We gonna regroup. Dear Strong. Gone.